Okay, so we're going to start our instructions off with how to remove the door trim or the door card on a Mini R53. So what you need to do is insert of a flathead screwdriver, or in this case a trim panel tool, just to get the clip behind there, and then slide that forward and off. You can see that was just to depress that locking clip there. That allows us to take that trim off. Next, we have 3 screws here to remove. 1, 2, screwdriver in there. Okay, so that's 3. And the 4th one is actually hidden up here behind this reflector. You just pop a flat-headed screw behind that screwdriver, pop that off, and you can see there's just a 4th screw there. Just remove that. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is actually remove this bezel trim here. You just again get a trim tool behind it, and it should simply pop off like that. Okay, so the next step is to actually get the door trim off itself, so the actual door card. So screwdriver under this bottom corner helps pop it out, and then literally should just unclip. Just come over this side. There you go. That's easy enough to remove. Then just on the back here you'll have your puddle light, which you should just be able to pop out, or you can just unplug it, whatever's easier for you. That's your door card off. Okay, so next we're going to remove the actual door handle itself. It's held on with 3 Phillips screws. Just get those out. 1 in the middle. 2, and the 3rd down here. Okay, that's your door handle removed. Okay, so then next step is on the back of your handle. You'll have 2 connectors, 2 power connectors. One for the tweeter itself. Let's pull that apart and disconnect that. The second one is this connector here for the light. Again, just squeeze that, disconnect that, so you've got all the wires loose and disconnected. Okay, so the next step is to actually remove the cable itself. All you do is pull this black section out slightly, up and out. That's that cable then disconnected as well. Okay, so the next step is to fit your handle back to the car, and you're just doing everything in reverse. So slot that into your door pull. Like so. Pull on the cable and then insert it back into there, just like that. Next, connect up your cables, so reinsert the light one, and the tweeter cable, or tweeter connector 2. Rotate that round. The next step is to get all your screws in place. You can see there's a locating pin on the back of here. That just goes into the door like so. Push that in, hold that in place, while we grab hold of our screws. Line that up properly, that would help. That's 1. Okay, 1 down below. That's 2. Okay, so we've got 1 in the centre hole as well. Let's balance him in. There we go, get him started with that. then whiz. All done up, handle in place, tweeters in place, wiring all in place. You can see the door handle now works. Okay, now for putting your door card back on. It's a nice easy process, simple to do. First of all, make sure that you put the lights back in place. You just slide that back through the bottom of the door card, and then simply all you do, make sure that that lock pin is in the top there. Make sure your strap isn't stuck. And it should simply be a case of tapping all the way around, and that's all your clips and pins are attached. So you put a light under there. Let's get that back in. Okay, and then it's simply a case of putting your 4 screws back in. Let's start with the front 2, they're the longer screws. 1. 2. 1 in here. 1 in here. 4th and final one up here. And just make sure you clip your reflector back in to cover up that hole. And then your armrest. And that just attaches in place. Okay, so one of your final steps is actually to reintroduce your door handle surround trim. Give it a good old bash if you need to, just to get that attached and in place. You can see that's now locked in place.